Hey Energy fans, I'm Brent Skarky at the Oklahoma City County Health Department. The Energy and the OCCHD have teamed up to make better lives in Oklahoma, and one way they're doing it is by teaching you how to eat healthy. We've called upon our Energy players to help out in that department. We're joined by the big man from between the posts. He is Cody Laurendi. I like to call him the Genie, but he's quite the chef. You have told me off camera that you and your roommate Kaylin Ryden do quite a bit of cooking.
Absolutely. I think I've lived on my own since I was 18. I wouldn't say I'm the best cook in the world, but you know, a couple little things.
And you like it?
Absolutely.
Do we always cook healthy? Do we try to keep health in mind?
Healthy 100% of the time, 90% of the time.
Okay, there you go. Fair enough. What are we cooking today?
Today we're going to do a top sirloin paired with some asparagus and polenta.
Okay, what kind of ingredients do we need today?
All right, so for the polenta, we're going to start off with some olive oil and some butter.
And this polenta you can just pick up in the grocery store?
Absolutely. It's a grain, so you could normally find it. I find it in the pasta section.
Got it.
We're going to start off with seasoning the top sirloin steaks. Himalayan sea salt, black pepper. I like garlic and fresh thyme. Those are the ingredients that are going to go into the steaks.
This is very fancy.
Very fancy,
Yeah,
of course.
Himalayan.
High end.
Yeah, I like that. Only the best.
Yeah, no amateurs here.
Yes, and then the young asparagus here. I like that.
Yes, obviously pre-cut, take away the stems and everything like that. And I like to add a little bit of a lemon towards the end of it.
Do you zest it, or is that
No, just cut it in half and give it the lemon juice right before we take it off the stove.
Very cool. We've got some of your partners in crime down here. Megan, who do we have with us today?
We're here with TJ Cochran and Jacob Lissick. Guys, have you eaten any of Cody's cooking before?
I don't think I have eaten any of Cody's cooking before. I've seen it all on Snapchat, so I'm well aware of what's going to come.
I've seen a lot of his his steaks on Snapchat. A little naked and afraid. Has Cody ever cooked for you?
He has not, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, man. We're about to have some real bonding experiences right now.
All right, let's get this going. Where do we start?
Absolutely. All right, so the polenta takes the longest, so I'm going to start with that. I've found that polenta cooks the best when you chop it up into little pieces. We got the butter going right now, so I'm just going to slice this polenta.
Just straight through the plastic.
Whoop, straight through the plastic, yeah.
Yeah, hope we got that.
Yeah, straight through the plastic. Take that off.
And polenta, for those who don't know, it's basically Italian cornmeal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that goes back to you've got some Italian.
Got a little
right?
bit. I think my dad, when he sees this, he'll be very impressed. When I am home in the off season, I do cook this dish quite a bit for the family.
Nice.
So yeah, like I said, cut into little pieces, and then I'll dice it up a little bit more. That way it cooks all evenly. And this is actually it's going to reduce. There's another.
Yes.
Food Network,
like that,
Food
yeah.
Channel word for you. It's going to reduce down to, like you said, a cornmeal type of consistency. So we're going to throw these in. Bring this over. 1, 2, get that going.
Megan, you're with the guys. Do they cook these kind of things at
That's
home?
what I was going to say. Have you ever even had polenta?
I have not, I don't think. So I'm excited to see how that tastes.
Have you ever had polenta? And if not, what are you expecting from an Italian cornmeal?
I'm not really sure what to expect, to be honest. Looking forward to trying it, though. It sounds like something interesting.
I feel like a little bit of salt can fix about anything. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so next up, we're going to start with our steaks.
Yep.
I like to, like I said, season very simply, salt and pepper. The salt, obviously, for...
We're just going to do one today because these are honkin' steaks.
Exactly.
These are
Exactly.
Flintstone dinosaur-sized steaks. I like it.
So we get the salt, right? Both sides.
Himalayan sea salt.
Be
completely different from Andean sea salt or Rocky sea salt.
Of course.
Yeah.
So be quite liberal with the salt, right? Flip them over. Get that going. Now, a crucial step here involves the black pepper. Black pepper is a good heat source. So you want to kind of load up on it a little bit. Makes
You know,
sense, huh?
and everyone is always worried about steaks. So often you watch the shows, just salt and pepper.
It's, yeah.
And it brings out the original flavor, and you don't have to fancy it all up
too
because
much.
the steak has its own flavor.
It
You
has
want
its
the
own
steak
flavor, exactly. So that's nice. That's looking good. Flip that over. Do the same thing other side. The the oil's nice and hot, ready to put the steak in the pan.
Got to practice safety on this one.
Of course, of course. And like a little trick I like is to always lay the meat away from you.
The sizzle means it's good.
That's right. That's right. While we're letting that cook, I'm gonna cut. We have a little bit of garlic that I like to cut up.
All right. We got questions from the peanut gallery.
CJ does have a question.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Steve.
So you said you've been living on your own since you were 18.
Right.
When did you really start cooking for yourself and now for your teammates?
Well, probably my third or fourth year pro when I played down in Puerto Rico. My roommate and I, we really got into it. He's an English guy, and we all know the English aren't really known for their cuisine. So he was cooking me all this stuff, and I said, look, let's try to rethink this here. We came up with a couple different recipes, and ever since then I've kind of added one or two per year. So here on the flip, nothing really too much about.
So that was what, 3 minutes-ish, probably on one side?
Yeah. Like I said, we're locking in. It's high heat, right? We're not going to burn the steak. We're going to lock in that flavor. And then I'm going to turn it, picking it up, flipping it over. Woo. Looking nice right now. All right.
We got that brown, the caramelization, a little bit of crispiness on the pepper itself. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to give you a little bit of kick, but it's not going to set your mouth on fire.
Good.
I like to add my garlic. Cool. I'm going to take this, put it in. Be quite liberal with it. Garlic's good for you, good for the blood,
Sure.
right?
Good for the girls, too.
Good for the girls, right?
Yeah.
All right. Just kind of moving the steak around a little bit, getting all that going.
So you put garlic in after, because a lot of people would infuse the oil before, but
First,
you
right.
do it after. Okay.
Yeah, I do it. I just, when I first saw this recipe, that's how they called for it, and it's honestly been excellent the way it is. So I've kept it that way.
Very cool.
Just a little bit of time. Also,
So that's really the only true spice you've got going on.
yeah, it's not much, but just a little bit. Cool. All right, so that's cooking. I'm going to quarter flip it.
Okay.
Right, so get
So
that.
you're going to get a little bit of that?
Get a little bit of that, right? Do the other side.
Ooh.
Cool.
Let's sear on that bad
Gonna
boy.
flip it over one more time. And I'll get the garlic involved, get the thyme involved. Just kind of, they'll all be quite friendly together. All right. Now, back to the butter. Couple little slices of butter. Add that in.
So we've got olive oil and butter going on.
Olive oil and butter. The olive oil is strictly so we don't burn.
Gotcha.
Right? And then the butter is for the flavor. Like I said, Kerrygold Irish butter. Excellent. Excellent
It
stuff.
has a little more of a twang to it, right?
Yeah. Again, it's like my Himalayan sea salt, the Kansas.
Yes.
It's
Irish butter as opposed to Norwegian
Norwegian,
butter.
yeah,
or
New
perhaps
Jersey,
Argentinian
or
butter. Yeah. Ooh, New Jersey butter.
New Jersey cows. Yeah. So,
They wear a lot of gold hair care products, that kind of thing.
of course.
You've got a wicked great crust on that right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a bomb. So I had to get that in.
That's
at
okay.
some point, yeah.
That's all right.
Now we want to get off the heat, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get it off the heat. Turn the heat off here. Now it's really important, and I didn't know this until rather recently, that you got to let the steak rest.
Yep.
Right. So we're gonna give it a good rest for about 10 minutes. So
Supposedly lets the juices get back into the
Yeah.
steak. Like they're trying to get out
we're
right
trying
now.
to get out, but it's gonna and then we're
Get
gonna
back
cut
in.
it up real nice and whatnot.
And I need to mention that the steaks, the asparagus, the polenta all came from our good friends at Morello's.
Yes.
3 locations around the Oklahoma City Metro.
Yes.
So what do we say to our
Yes.
friends?
Muchas gracias, Morelos.
Yeah, see. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's put these in front of the boys and let them tell them.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, guys.
Well,
It's a large carnivore delight.
That looks incredible.
Can you smell it? You got the garlic
I'm
going
like
on?
paralyzed right now.
Do we have to wait for 10 minutes?
All right, the boys are salivating over the steak.
Right.
We've given the polenta a stir. Now it's time for the greens.
Yep. So we're gonna take the asparagus, but first, trust the olive oil. Right. Don't want to burn it at all. So I'm just gonna toss that in the pan.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna take the asparagus. Right. And obviously, I've seen the way CJ and Jacob eat, so we're throwing it all in there. Right. Anytime. So get that going.
Got a little sizzle.
Got a little sizzle. Yeah, not as much as the steak, but so get that going, get that nice and coated.
And one thing with fresh vegetables like this, they really don't take a ton of time.
No,
to
not at
cook,
all.
And you don't want to cook them too much because then you cook all the flavor out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
CJ, do you like asparagus?
I am a huge fan of asparagus. Yeah, of all greens, really.
Of all the greens, asparagus is your favorite,
No, I like all greens,
Oh.
Including asparagus.
including and especially.
Asparagus. Yes.
All right, so it's been on the heat for a little bit.
Yep.
A little extra garlic at the end. Just
Yeah.
For, you
Again.
don't want to burn it again.
good for the blood.
Yep.
Keeps the women away too. So
A lot of different ways it keeps the
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
add that in there. Cool.
I hear it's good on vampires too.
Yeah, right. Pretty good.
Yep. All right, we've got a finishing touch with the lemon on the asparagus.
Yeah. You like to right before you're gonna take it off the heat. Gives it a little extra flavor. The way I like to squeeze it to keep all the seeds out is over the hand. So you collect all the seeds. And a nice little squeeze. There we go. And I just like to slice it. Nice pieces.
Have a good peek in here. It might err a little bit on the even bloody side, but that's kind of what you want.
That's good. I don't like eating a hockey puck. You know,
No.
if I'm gonna eat red meat, I'm gonna know I'm eating red meat.
Exactly.
You know.
Very, very good.
Cool.
And you lose a lot of the flavor. You just lose a lot of the mouth texture. Too.
Exactly. So try that out.
Well cooked.
Cool.
Very well cooked. The butter is there. The garlic is there.
Tastes a little bit of everything. Nothing's overpowering.
No.
I like to start with the polenta. Nice little bit. Make everything look symmetrical. I think that's.
Okay.
I have a buddy of mine who.
You got to keep the edges clean.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Take the.
I like
tongs.
this dish too because the colorful nature
Yes.
for a steak dish is good.
Of course. Just kind of be liberal with it. You know. Cool.
Not endorsing any political.
No,
views.
yeah, nothing political here.
Yeah.
Just strictly how I like to plate the food. All right, and then obviously the main course, the reason why we're all here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So give you a couple of pieces. Try to get.
It is time for the moment of truth. Carl, Jacob, get it.
Bon
I'm not
appetit.
gonna ask questions.
you.
You'll just
Get it.
dig
Anytime,
in.
anytime. Of course.
Are you scared or
Eat,
no?
eat,
Go for
eat.
it.
I'm excited.
I'm just the
I'm anything
hostess.
but scared.
Wow.
Is there anything more awkward than having people watch you eat?
What do you think of the polenta?
Can I call these Italian grits?
Why not? Why not?
Because that's what they are.
All in all, a success, guys.
I think so.
And his prospects at being a chef.
Once soccer's over, you should hop right into the chef business for sure.
How was it for
Thanks,
you, Cody?
guys. Oh, it was excellent. It was excellent. Obviously, cooking is something that's family oriented, right? So have friends over. That's a big reason why I like doing it. And what's better than this?
For Cody, for Carl, for Jacob, for Megan, for myself, the flavors of energy. Thank you to our friends at the OCCHD and our friends at Morello's. We've got more cooking segments in the future. Stay with us.